Graphing linear equations, we are going to graph the intercepts or use the cover-up method. So the cover-up method is when you are placing the values of 0 in your x and placing the value in for y, 0 in for y, to find those values, because on a coordinate plane, anything along the x-axis will have a value of something 0, so we can find a 0 anywhere on that line. On your y-axis, we can find anything or any b on our y-axis when x is 0. So by covering up, anything times 0 is 0, so you pretty much have nothing there. So the cover-up method, we want to graph the equation of this line. So plug 0 in for x. 2 times 0 is 0, so you will actually have negative 3y remaining. Solve for y and you get negative 4. For the x-axis, we are going to plug in 0 for y. So negative 3 times 0 is 0. Solve for the remaining equation and we get 6. So that is how we can use the cover-up method to solve for our x and y. Then on our graph, we are going to place our points, which 6, 0 is here, 0, negative 4 is here. And then with a straight edge, you're going to connect the dots and go all the way through with your line, because these two are not the only solution to this problem. If x is 1, then y would be somewhere down here, maybe even at negative 3. We could pick any value of x, so this has to be an infinite line going all the way through your graph. So let's graph this one. So our intercept, our y-intercept, and our x-intercept. Our y-intercept is when we cover up x and solve for y, that will be 4. Our x-intercept, you cover y and solve for x, so that will be 2. And then on your coordinate plane, you are going to graph 2, 0 and 0, 4. And on this cover-up method, if you use intercepts, 2 points are fine to use. You can always use another point or find another point using a different method so that you get a more accurate line. But if you're using intercepts, or you can see that you can use intercepts, you can go ahead and use just those 2 points. To find your y-intercept, you cover up x. Make sure you use the sign in front of your term. That is going to be negative 1/2. And then for your y, or excuse me, for your x-intercept, you cover up y and solve for x. So we have 1, 0, and negative 1/2, 0. And then you're going to use your straight edge line to create your line for this equation. Make sure you draw your line all the way through, so it should go past your edges of the graph. Do not just connect these 2 dots and call it good. The solutions are all the way through the graph and beyond.